Spit it out. Homeless man kicked the soup bowl. From the biker, the spoon dissolved in seconds. Ghost ordered lunch at Murphy's Diner. Unaware cook Frank Murphy held 3-year grudge from barroom confrontation. Homeless veteran Tommy Chen witnessed Murphy pouring drain cleaner into soup. Kicked bowl away seconds before Ghost ate. Watched metal spoon dissolve, proving attempted murder through chemical poisoning. Sometimes, homeless men see murders kitchens conceal. Sometimes, dissolved spoons expose vengeance health inspections never detect. Day 1, Friday, 12:15 p.m. Murphy's Diner, Southeast Portland, family-owned establishment for 40 years. Friday lunch rush filling every booth. Smell of frying burgers mixing with coffee. Local landmark where everyone knew everyone. Thomas Ghost Riley, Reapers, Sergeant-at-Arms, sat at counter, ordering usual chicken soup, grilled cheese, coffee black routine Friday lunch after VA appointment. Ghost's therapist had told him that morning, "Thomas, your PTSD means you're hyper-vigilant in unfamiliar situations, but relaxed in familiar ones. That's normal. But don't let familiarity make you complacent. Trust is earned daily, not assumed." Ghost had nodded, thinking, Murphy's Diner is safe. I've eaten here 50 times. No threats here. 12:17 p.m. Cook Frank Murphy, 52, saw Ghost sit down, recognized him immediately. Despite 3 years since their last encounter, remembered barroom confrontation where Ghost had physically removed Murphy from Lucky's Tavern after Murphy drunkenly harassed female bartender, held grudge that had festered into rage. Tommy Chen, 58, homeless veteran, sat outside diner's window, same spot daily, where Murphy tolerated him in exchange for not panhandling customers. Invisible presence watching everything, surviving through observation and silence. Tommy's brother David had warned him before dying. "Tommy, you see too much. You notice things. Eventually, seeing wrong thing will force you to act. When that happens, choose action over survival. That's when you're alive again." Tommy had promised, "I'll act when it matters. I won't stay silent forever." 12:09 p.m. Tommy watched through window as Murphy prepared Ghost's soup, ladling from pot, then adding something from bottle under counter, stirring quickly, liquid smoking slightly. Tommy recognized bottle, industrial drain cleaner, sulfuric acid, caustic enough to dissolve flesh. Murphy's poisoning that soup. If Ghost eats it, he's dead in minutes. Tommy had 5 seconds to decide, stay invisible and safe, or intervene and expose himself to Murphy's retaliation. David said, "Choose action when it matters. Ghost's life matters." Tommy burst through door, sprinted to counter 60 seconds of speed. Homeless body shouldn't have. "Don't eat that!" he screamed, kicking counter stool, sending Ghost backward, kicking table, sending soup bowl flying across floor. Soup splashed across linoleum floor, steaming puddle, acrid smell, Ghost's metal spoon falling into liquid. Then, spoon began sizzling, metal dissolving, smoke rising from corrosive reaction. Everyone watched in horror as spoon disintegrated within 30 seconds. Murphy went pale, bolted for kitchen back door. Ghost grabbed Tommy. "What was in that soup?" "Drain cleaner. I saw him pour it." From bottle under counter, industrial strength, sulfuric acid. "That spoon's dissolving. You would have dissolved from inside." Ghost called 911. "Attempted murder at Murphy's Diner. Cook poisoned my food. Witness stopped me from eating it. Need police and hazmat." Portland Fire Bureau arrived. First hazmat team tested soup. Sulfuric acid, 98% concentration. Ingesting this would have caused catastrophic internal burns, esophageal perforation, death within 10 minutes. Spoon dissolution proves concentration. Detective Sarah Chen arrived, familiar face in Reaper's cases now groaning, "Ghost, seriously? Another assassination attempt? Not my fault criminals keep trying to kill me. Chen, cook Frank Murphy poisoned soup. Tommy here spotted it, stopped me from eating." Chen examined evidence, took Tommy's statement. "Mr. Chen, you witnessed Murphy adding substance to soup?" "Yes. Bottle from under counter. Clear liquid. Poured about 2 ounces. Soup started smoking. I recognized it, drain cleaner, same stuff I've seen used on streets to clean homeless camps. Caustic. Deadly." Police arrested Murphy at his apartment bottle of drain cleaner matching soup contamination found in his car. Chen interrogated, "Frank, why poison Ghost?" "Because 3 years ago, he assaulted me, threw me out of bar, humiliated me. I've been waiting for payback." "Ghost removed you from bar for harassing bartender. That's not assault, that's intervention." "He put hands on me, that's assault. He deserved to die." Chen charged Murphy, attempted murder, assault with deadly weapon, food tampering. But Murphy's lawyer argued, "My client has mental illness, PTSD from childhood trauma. He wasn't thinking rationally. This is diminished capacity case, not murder." Prosecutor countered, "Murphy planned this, bought industrial strength acid, waited 3 years for opportunity, deliberately poisoned food. That's premeditation, not mental illness." Ghost approached Tommy outside police station. "You saved my life. Tommy Chen, right? You're a homeless veteran I've seen outside Murphy's?" "Yes, I sit there daily. Murphy lets me stay if I don't panhandle. Today, I saw him poison you. Couldn't stay silent. You kicked soup away, risked Murphy's retaliation, exposed yourself to help stranger. Why?" "Because my brother David died watching someone get murdered on streets. He froze, never forgave himself, made me promise, if I saw murder, I'd act. Today, I kept promise." Ghost asked, "Tommy, where do you sleep?" "Behind Murphy's diner, in alley. Murphy let me stay there in exchange for watching property. But now that I've exposed him, I've got nowhere." "You're moving into Reaper's clubhouse, under protection. Murphy's in jail, but he's got friends. Your target now. I'm homeless, man. You're a veteran who saved my life. That makes you family. Reapers protect family." Tommy felt tears starting. First time in 5 years, someone had called him family instead of homeless guy. But Saturday morning, Tommy's sleeping area behind Murphy's was firebombed, gasoline poured over cardboard shelter. Note left, "Snitch dies next." Murphy's brother Carl, arrested at scene attempting to intimidate witness, destroy evidence, threatened Tommy into withdrawing testimony. Detective Chen confirmed, "Murphy family is coordinating witness intimidation from jail. Carl's the enforcer. We've got him now, but Tommy, you're marked. Accept Ghost's protection." But Monday morning, prosecutor called Tommy. "Mr. Chen, Murphy's attorney filed motion to exclude your testimony. Claims you're unreliable witness, homeless, possible substance abuse issues, financial motivation to fabricate testimony, since Ghost is giving you housing. Without your eyewitness account of Murphy adding poison, we only have circumstantial evidence. Murphy might walk." Tommy understood. His homelessness, the circumstance that had positioned him to witness crime, was now being used to discredit his testimony, potentially freeing Murphy to try again. Ghost was furious. "Tommy's the only witness. Nobody else saw Murphy poison soup. How can they dismiss him?" Chen explained, "Because defense will argue homeless man living behind diner dependent on Murphy's tolerance, now dependent on Ghost's housing motivations, are questionable. That creates reasonable doubt. Unless we prove Tommy has no reason to lie, jury might dismiss him. Day 2, Monday evening. Tommy met with Prosecutor Lisa Park, preparing testimony, reviewing timeline, establishing credibility, addressing homelessness head-on. Tommy, defense will attack you for being homeless. How do you respond? I say, homelessness positioned me to witness crime. I sit outside Murphy's daily. Murphy tolerated me because I'm invisible to customers. That invisibility let me see him poison soup. My homelessness was advantage, not disadvantage. Good. But they'll ask about substance abuse. I'm sober 5 years. VA records confirm. My homelessness is from medical bankruptcy. After VA benefits didn't cover my wife's cancer treatment, she died. I lost house. Ended up on streets. That's poverty, not addiction. Ghost, listening, asked, Tommy, you lost your wife to cancer? Linda, 2019. She died 6 months after diagnosis. Medical bills destroyed me. I've been homeless since. My wife's name is Elena. I can't imagine losing her. Tommy, I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. Use it. Defense wants to paint me as unreliable homeless addict. Truth is, I'm widowed veteran who lost everything to medical system. That's credible tragedy, not character flaw. Ghost reflected privately. Kane, Tommy lost wife to cancer, became homeless from medical debt. I almost died from poisoning he prevented. But system's trying to dismiss him because he's homeless. That's wrong. Kane agreed. System treats homelessness as character defect instead of circumstance. Tommy's not unreliable. He's observant survivor who noticed detail everyone else missed. That's expertise. But jury might not see it that way. Marcus added, then we make them see it. We research Tommy's background, verify his service record, prove he's credible witness whose only flaw is poverty. Defense wants to use homelessness against him. We use it as proof he's positioned uniquely to witness diner crimes. Doc Morrison, Reaper's security chief, investigated Tommy's background. Tommy Chen, Army 2003-2015, logistics specialist, 2 Iraq tours, honorable discharge, married Linda Martinez 2005, wife died pancreatic cancer 2019, medical bankruptcy 2020, homeless since, he's not substance abuser, he's veteran system failed. Ghost understood. Tommy's homelessness wasn't character flaw, it was system failure. Same failures Reapers existed to address. We need character witnesses for Tommy, veterans who know him, people who can testify he's credible despite homelessness. Day 3, Tuesday. Prosecutor Park located 12 veterans who knew Tommy, fellow logistics specialists from Iraq tours, VA support group members, volunteers at homeless shelter where Tommy occasionally stayed. Each testified to Tommy's character. Sergeant Mike Torres. Tommy was most detail-oriented soldier in our unit. He noticed discrepancies in supply manifests nobody else caught, saved our unit from equipment shortages. That observation skill didn't disappear with homelessness. VA counselor Dr. Patricia Wong. Tommy attends PTSD support group monthly. He's sober, lucid, reliable. His homelessness stems from medical bankruptcy, not addiction. He's one of most together homeless veterans I work with. Shelter Director Maria Gonzalez. Tommy volunteers here teaching logistics to homeless youth. He's mentor, not burden. Homelessness didn't erase his competence, but defense presented their witnesses. Murphy's friends claiming Ghost had threatened Murphy years ago, justifying his fear, suggesting Tommy was Ghost's plant, paid to fabricate testimony. Prosecutor Park worried. Tommy, they're building narrative that you're Ghost's hired witness. How do we prove you're independent? Day 4, Wednesday. Murphy's brother Carl, released on bail, threatened Tommy directly outside courthouse. Homeless snitch, you're dead. My brother goes down, you go down. I know where you sleep now, Reaper's clubhouse. Can't stay there forever. Federal marshals arrested Carl's second witness intimidation charge, bail revoked. But Murphy family's intimidation campaign revealed coordinated effort. 3 brothers, 2 cousins, network of associates threatening Tommy, trying to force him to recant. Detective Chen. Tommy, Murphy family is dangerous. They've got history assault charges, battery, witness intimidation in previous case. You're not safe until entire family is prosecuted. Ghost made decision. Tommy's not leaving clubhouse. 24/7 protection until trial ends and Murphy family is incarcerated. We've protected 4 witnesses now, Doc, Rosa, Luis, Dorothy. We're experienced. But Thursday morning, Murphy's attorney offered deal. Tommy recants testimony, claims he was mistaken about seeing poison. Murphy pleads to lesser charge, serves minimal time. In exchange, Tommy receives $50,000. No retaliation from Murphy family. Tommy faced choice. $50,000 would end his homelessness permanently, but would also free Murphy to attempt murder again, potentially targeting Ghost, potentially targeting others. His brother David's dying words echoed, "Choose action when it matters. Don't freeze like I did. Don't let murder happen when you could stop it." Tommy called Ghost. They're offering $50,000 to recant. If I take it, Murphy goes free. Might try killing you again. But Ghost, that money ends my homelessness. Gives me housing, stability, future. What do I do? Ghost answered quietly, "Tommy, I can't make that choice for you. $50,000 is life-changing. But Murphy going free is life-ending for next person he targets. Whatever you choose, Reapers support you. But I'd ask, what would Linda want? What would your brother David want?" Tommy sat in Reaper's clubhouse, $50,000 offer on table, life-changing decision before him. Ghost sat beside him. "Tommy, whatever you choose, no judgment. $50,000 is real money. Homelessness is real suffering. I understand temptation. But Murphy tried killing you. If I take money and recant, he's free to try again." "Yes, but that's my risk, not your obligation. You don't owe me your homelessness." Tommy pulled out photo he'd carried 5 years, Linda in hospital bed, final days of cancer, smiling despite pain, wedding ring visible on finger too thin from weight loss. Linda died because we couldn't afford experimental treatment. Insurance denied it. Cost $85,000. We had $12,000 saved. We begged, fundraised, borrowed, got to $30,000. Still $55,000 short. Treatment could have saved her. She died instead. His hand shook, holding photo. That $50,000 Murphy's offering? It's exactly what would have saved Linda. If someone had given us that 5 years ago, she'd be alive. I could take it now, end my homelessness, honor her memory by finally getting stability she wanted from me. He looked at Ghost with tears streaming. But Linda wouldn't want me taking blood money. She died because system valued money over lives. Murphy's offering money to protect himself from murder charges, same exchange. Money over life. Ghost, if I take this, I'm saying my housing matters more than your survival. That's what killed Linda. I won't repeat it. County Courthouse Tommy testified 4 hours about witnessing Murphy poisoning soup. "I sit outside Murphy's diner daily. I'm homeless. Murphy tolerated me behind his building. Friday, I watched through window as he prepared Ghost's soup. He ladled from pot, then pulled bottle from under counter, clear liquid, poured approximately 2 ounces into soup. Soup began smoking. I recognized bottle industrial drain cleaner. I've seen it used on streets. I knew it was poison. Defense attorney attacked, "Mr. Chen, you're a homeless man dependent on my client's tolerance. Then Ghost offers you housing. Convenient timing for you to fabricate testimony against man who could have evicted you." I fabricated nothing. I saw Murphy poison soup. I saved Ghost because staying silent meant watching murder. That's not fabrication, that's witnessing crime. You're receiving housing from Ghost. I'm receiving housing after saving his life. Timeline proves I acted first, received gratitude second. I'm not bought witness. I'm veteran who chose action over safety. But you're homeless, possibly unreliable. I'm homeless from medical bankruptcy. My wife died of cancer we couldn't afford treating. I lost everything to medical debt. That's poverty, not unreliability. I'm lucid, sober, credible. Attack my housing status all you want. Can't attack what I witnessed. Jury deliberated 6 hours. Verdict: guilty of attempted murder, Ghost's testimony plus dissolving spoon plus Tommy's eyewitness account proving premeditated poisoning. Murphy received 25 years. Carl and 2 other Murphy family members convicted of witness intimidation received 5 years each. But leaving courthouse, Murphy screamed final threat, "Tommy Chen, you homeless snitch. When I get out, I'm finding you. You're dead." Judge added 5 years for courtroom threat. Murphy's total, 30 years. Tommy stood outside courthouse, homeless veteran who just convicted restaurant owner, secured 3-decade sentence, but was still homeless himself. Ghost approached. "Tommy, you turned down $50,000 to testify. Now Murphy's imprisoned. How do you feel?" "Homeless, broke, but alive. And Ghost, you're alive too. That matters more than housing." "Actually, about housing." Kane stepped forward. "Tommy, Reapers owns building. We're offering you apartment rent-free plus employment as safety consultant, $3,000 monthly, teaching veterans about observation skills, threat recognition, using homelessness-developed expertise. Interested? You're offering me career? We're offering you recognition that 5 years homeless taught you skills classrooms don't teach. Observation, threat assessment, survival expertise. That's valuable. We're paying for it." But Murphy's adult son, Derek, 28, not involved in intimidation campaign, approached Tommy privately. "Mr. Chen, my father tried killing someone. You stopped him. My family's threatening you for it. I need to say thank you. Dad's been violent my whole life. Mom left him. I cut contact. He was going to kill someone eventually. You stopped that, saved Ghost, but also prevented Dad from becoming murderer, which would have destroyed him further. You did right thing. I'm testifying against my uncles in their witness intimidation trial. Standing with you, not family." Tommy understood. His testimony hadn't just saved Ghost, it had prevented Murphy from committing murder that would have destroyed entire family, including son who'd already suffered from father's violence. Derek added quietly, "Mr. Chen, my dad blamed Ghost for humiliation. But real humiliation was Dad's alcoholism, violence, inability to control anger. Ghost didn't cause that. Ghost prevented Dad from hurting female bartender. Thank you for preventing him from killing Ghost. Maybe prison will finally force Dad to get help." Tommy's apartment above Reaper's clubhouse smell of coffee brewing, mixing with fresh bread from bakery below. Sound of morning traffic filtered through insulated windows. Texture of real bed under his body for first time in 5 years. Taste of home-cooked breakfast he'd prepared himself in his own kitchen. But most importantly, Tommy stood at window overlooking street where he'd been homeless, holding Linda's photo, finally able to honor her memory from position of stability she'd wanted for him. Linda, I'm housed, employed, safe, not because I took blood money, but because I did right thing. You'd be proud. Ghost visited weekly friendship forged through near death, maintained through shared understanding that veteran community protects its own. Tommy, you've been consulting 6 months. You've trained 40 veterans in threat recognition, prevented 2 assaults, 1 robbery, 3 scams. Your observation skills developed through homelessness are saving people. Tommy taught classes at Clubhouse. Street Observation 101, How Homelessness Taught Me to See What Others Miss. 20 veterans attending weekly, learning pattern recognition, threat assessment, survival awareness. One student asked, "Mr. Chen, how did you spot drain cleaner in ghost soup?" Tommy explained, 5 years homeless, I watched everything. Watched restaurant workers, watched customers, watched normal patterns. When Murphy deviated pulling bottle from unusual location, adding liquid to already prepared food, I noticed because I'd seen normal 1,000 times. Homelessness taught me survival requires noticing details. That skill saved Ghost. Murphy's conviction triggered restaurant safety reforms. Portland Health Department implemented surprise kitchen inspections. Oregon passed Chen Safety Act, requiring background checks for food service workers, preventing violent offenders from accessing food preparation. National Restaurant Association created worker mental health resources, preventing revenge-motivated food tampering. FDA investigated 12 similar poisoning attempts nationwide, revealing pattern of disgruntled workers tampering with food. Tommy's protocol implemented statewide training homeless veterans as community safety monitors, employing 100-plus homeless vets as observation specialists, proven homelessness developed expertise employers valued. Ghost's near poisoning became criminal justice training case study teaching about delayed revenge attacks, premeditated food tampering, importance of witness protection regardless of witness housing status. Derek Murphy became victim advocate working with children of violent offenders, helping them separate from family cycles of violence, crediting Tommy's testimony for forcing his father's incarceration that Derek recognized as necessary intervention. Reapers established Linda Chen Medical Fund, $300,000 raised, supporting veterans facing medical bankruptcy, preventing homelessness that had consumed Tommy after Linda's death. 1 year after stopping poisoning, Tommy, 59, worked full-time as Reaper's safety director, supervising 20 homeless veteran monitors, teaching observation skills, building program that employed 150-plus formerly homeless vets annually. Ghost celebrated 1-year survival. No poisoning attempts, full health, regular lunches at restaurants where he knew Tommy's trained observers watched for tampering. Derek Murphy attended Reaper's events, forming chosen family separate from violent biological family, building relationship with Tommy, who'd had courage to testify against Derek's father. Tommy told journalism students, "I was homeless 5 years. Society treated me as invisible, but that invisibility positioned me to witness crime visible people missed." Murphy assumed homeless man outside his window didn't matter. He was wrong. I kicked soup away, testified despite threats, proved homelessness doesn't invalidate observation. Linda taught me, do right thing regardless of cost. I finally honored that. With kick, with testimony, with refusal to take blood money. That's legacy she deserved. 3 years later, Chen Observation Network employed 500-plus homeless veterans as safety monitors nationwide, preventing estimated 200-plus crimes annually. Through heightened observation skills, homelessness developed. Tommy, 61, trained 5,000-plus people in threat recognition, teaching observation methods, pattern awareness, proving homelessness created expertise valued by security industries. Murphy family's conviction led to 47 witness intimidation prosecutions nationwide, systemic recognition that threatening witnesses required severe penalties. Ghost, fully safe 3 years later, worked as Tommy's assistant, coordinating veteran training, sharing survival story, building partnership between reapers and homeless advocacy organizations. Reporter asked Tommy, "You were homeless outside diner. Today you're safety director. What changed?" Tommy answered, "I kicked soup bowl and chose life over silence. 5 years homeless, I watched thousands of interactions, learned to read people, developed observation skills survival required. Friday, I saw murder being prepared. Sometimes homeless men see murders kitchens conceal. Sometimes dissolved spoons expose vengeance health inspections never detect. And sometimes choosing to act kicking bowl despite consequences, testifying despite threats, refusing blood money despite poverty, transforms invisible homeless veteran into visible hero whose expertise saves lives. Linda died because we lacked money for treatment, but she lived believing right action matters more than financial security. I honored her by testifying for free, living poor but honest. That's legacy worth more than settlement. That's husband Linda deserved. That's veteran David believed in. That's man I became when I stopped being invisible and kicked that bowl."